Welkom by Kaap vol hoop en ons kuier begin hierdie week by die Stellenbosch se pragtige Banghoekvallei en ons kuier tot net buite Wellington en ervaar wat ons so langs die deurpaaie raakloop. Hier onder die mooi klein Drakensberge begin ons kuier langs die R301 deurpad en dis by die unieke Banghoek chili oils. Dis 'n trotse Suid-Afrikaanse produk en ons leer watter chili olie jou pizza die beste komplementeer. Net so buite Wellington stop ons vir lekker koffie en roosterkoek langs die R44 pad na Tilbag. En dan maak ons 'n Kaapse draai terug na Stellenbosch se rigting op die R101, dis die ou Parelweg, en waar ons by die unieke en gewilde Giraffe House Wildlife Awareness Center 'n draai maak. Ons gesels met Ken Kingsley Quick van Banghoek Chili Oils wat ons vertel van waar alles vir sy unieke maatskappy begin het. En dan vertel Clayton Harare van Morale Koffie meer oor 'n lekker koffie langs die pad net buite Wellington. En Katrine Maselli vertel van die lekker roosterkoek wat hulle by Morale Koffie verkoop. Dan ontmoet ek vir Bianca Roustreet van Giraffe House Wildlife Awareness Center wat passievol gesels oor al die diere wat hulle huisves. Ons begin ons kuier so onder die klein Drakensberg en Ken Kingsley Quick vertel waar Banghoek Chili Oils begin het.
Yeah, so this whole thing started about when I used to live in Paris, France, not Paris, you know. And whenever you got a takeaway pizza, it came with a sachet of chili oil. And I loved it, absolutely amazed, but you could never buy it in a supermarket, call it a Tabasco of chili oil. So remember, chili sauce is very different to a chili oil. Chili sauce is designed to change the flavor of your food, whereas a chili oil is more designed to just give you a bit of heat, but you can still taste your food. Anyways, long story short, about 5 years ago, my brother-in-law, we call him Walter White, I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad, but he's got the most amazing palate. We were talking about it one Sunday lunch, and he said, but he can make it. So I was like, geez, that's amazing. And we went through about 60 different combinations of oils and chilies and strengths and weaknesses, and we came up with what we call the original. And so that's this bad boy over here, the original, and it hasn't changed over the last 5 years. And in any case, we started it was still just personal in the kitchen, and then friends said, you know, this is really nice, can we have some? Then friends of friends, and then after a while I realized, hang on, you know, we need to move this into the garage first of all, and then afterwards I quit a 30-year career in finance and decided to focus just on Banghoek chili oil, and it's been absolutely amazing. So our aim is to become the #1 chili oil in the world.
And already you're in quite a few different countries outside of South Africa.
Yeah. We're in about 7 or 8 different countries around the world, mainly where the South Africans are, so the diaspora around the world, because that's always low-hanging fruit. And then hopefully they work for a big company, and then they tell them, you know, you should import this, and then we go from there.
And this is such a beautiful part of Cape Town. It's so beautiful. The setting is amazing. And I suppose you get people, local people and international people that stop here, have a pizza, and then they find out about the oil.
Absolutely. Well, that's the whole thing. And that is that they're obviously in the Cape Winelands, lovely setting and everything. I grew up over here, so that was always home for me. And then they come around, they can do a chili oil tasting over here. So there's 8 different flavors that you can try over here. So a little bit like a wine tasting. You can do a chili oil tasting. And then they obviously always say to us, but why can't we buy it in Germany? Or where can we buy it in Germany or England or Australia or whatever? And so that's why we have grown quite nicely, because our people over there, distributors, have heard about us, and then they said, okay, we'll import it.
Just a combination of adding something to your pizza that is just complementing it in a way, but not taking away the taste in total.
Correct. I tell you, it's classic. You got to if you love pizza and you love a bit of heat, there's nothing better than chili oil on pizza. Nothing better.
And you've been in Paris, you've lived there. You can see you've got a heart for Cape Town and Stellenbosch in this area. Just how you experience the word hope as well, what you're doing and around us.
Yeah, well, so what we do is we have a strong community project over here where a local farmer gave us all the land and water and electricity, oddly, you know, Eskom, for free. And we basically created a community project where they grow all of the chilies for us, and we're in the 3rd year, so we just commit to buying so many tons of chilies at a certain price every single year. So they're very happy. We're helping with the employment rate, and also on top of it, we have because of a restaurant, you need a lot of employees for waiters and waitresses and kitchen staff, etc. And they're all employed by the local community, so they can all walk to work. So, we're really trying to give back to South Africa as a country with a massive unemployment problem. And so really, helping, and they're wonderful people.
Taking care of children can be one of the busiest jobs in the world. That's why CrècheGuard is here to give you a little help along the way. Start the day with CrècheGuard's immune syrup to help build a strong immune system. CrècheGuard also offers other tasty supplements, such as omega-3 chews to support brain development. And for healthy little tummies, look for CrècheGuard's range of probiotics that come in drops, sprays, and delicious choc bars. Trust in CrècheGuard every day for healthy little bodies and developing minds.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Welkom terug by Kaap vir Hoop en ons kuier steeds by Banghoek Chili Oils net so buite Stellenbosch en Ken Kingsley Quick vertel meer van die Banghoek Vallei.
So the Banghoek Valley is probably the middle of call it the Winelands Triangle. So, and also it's very, very unique. First of all, do you know where the name comes from? Banghoek. It actually comes from Banghoek, so scary corner from the Dutch, because when the people were riding out to Franschhoek, remember French corner now, for the French Huguenots on horseback, they would come through this valley, and it's a very narrow valley, so they'd have to go through lions and leopards. That's why we have the leopard in our logo, and elephants, etc. So there was always called the scary corner to go through this, run the gauntlet to get to Franschhoek, so with a wine.
Just for people visiting here, besides all the brilliant oils, they can sit here. This is a beautiful view on the mountains. They can have a great pizza, something to eat, something to drink. The kids can play here, so it's a perfect place to just come and stop and have a good time.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The thing is to be able to taste the chili oil. It's very, very difficult unless you taste it with food. So that's why we thought, let's set up a restaurant over where you can get your pizza, your pastas, and everything like that, and you can see how do you use the chili oil on your foods. And then you've got the great view to boot as well, and a lovely kids play area and everything like that. So we thought, let's do the job properly.
Ja, Ken en sy span doen verseker en ordentlike werk en dis kwaliteit produkte. Nou na 'n lekker kuier by Banghoek Chili Oils, ry ek verby Wellington op die R44 pad en stop by Morale Coffee to Go. En dis sommer so reg langs die pad en eienaar Clayton Harare vertel meer.
We didn't stop all the time. Now we are halfway stop. It's halfway. If we're still in boys and order, this is the place to stop.
And you have coffee, you've got something to eat here as well.
Yes,
that is very unique.
We've got coffee in the mornings, and the breakfast we've got the roaster cook, butter, cheese and jam, and all the muffins, the snacks for the kids, hot chocolates. Lunch for the bluebirds roasted, just grillers over there.
And there's nice places to sit here. People can just enjoy the scenery around here.
Especially now, this green is beautiful view. It's got the mountains there. The mountains are permanently there. Of course, the green needs to go away sometimes, but now we've got the mountains and green. In the week to come, it will be yellow, post this canola. So, it will be photos everywhere.
There's something special about coffee and having a coffee.
Yeah, coffee and driving is going together. It's give you energy, boost the energy. Yeah?
Ja, koffie so langs die pad gee beslis energie. En Katrina Marcelli maak die lekkerste roosterkoeke.
Omdat die mense hier langs ken mos enig veel roosterbrood. En toe hulle dit proe, toe sien hulle net my hier toe se wenner beter. En nou wil hulle mekaar net roosterbrood.
Maar jy ken roosterbrood, jy graaf Appington se wêreld en jy het groot geword daarmee.
Appington se wêreld, daar het ons roosterbrood en braaivleis verkoop. So, dit is iets wat ek groot geword het.
Nou wat kan mens alles op 'n roosterbrood sit? Is dit
Jy kan 'n borsrolletjie daarop sit, jy kan 'n cheese 'n roda opsit. Jy kan 'n borsrolletje opsit. Jy kan mince daarin sit. En jy kan botterkaas en jam opsit.
So alles en hier kan mense lekker koffietjie ook kry. So mense kan sit, ek sien hier's 'n lounge hier agter.
Ja. Koffietjie kry, dan gaan jy lekker as jy sit in ons lounge.
Ja, dit is 'n lekker lounge om die koffie en die roosterkoek te geniet. En Annemarie de Kok stem saam.
Ja nee, ons is so gebless hier in die Boland met hierdie mooi en die groen en alles wat so mooi is.
En dan kan mense roosterkoek en 'n koffie ook nog so.
Heerlik,
Dit
ja
stop.
nee. Dit is 'n groot bederf hier. Ja, dis sommer so halfpad stop. Ons bly in die Parels en ons is op pad so roete Tilburg toe. Dan gaan ons so 'n bietjie daar kuier by familie en dan so op pad Woester toe. Dit is nog so bevoorreg om my ma te hê. So nee, ons gaan 'n bietjie by haar kuier die res van die naweek. So 'n lekker pitstop hierso.
En daar's 'n in Tilburg 'n Kersfees in winter aan die gang, ja.
Dit is iets wat mens definitief moet bywoon. Dit is regtig baie nice. Ons het al vorige jare dit gedoen, so net dit is regtig baie nice om te besoek.
The next days are not a measurement of time, but the distance from here to the finish line. For the race you are running, for your kids, your career, your health, your future. Not away, but towards it. While the voice in your head reminds you it won't be easy. But by simply swinging your feet towards the floor, you've taken the first step. Grow for it with Stamino Grow. 5-in-1 supplement available at all leading pharmacies.
Ons is terug by Kaap vol hoop en kuier nou by die gewilde Giraffe House Wildlife Awareness Center en dit is op die ou Parelpad op pad na Stellenbosch. Bianca Roustreet vertel wanneer Giraffe House begin het.
So it started about 17 years ago and we really just built this with the hopes of helping to educate people. So the lovely owner and founder of Giraffe House was in contact with someone who found an orphan giraffe. And he then helped raise Jerry, who has become our matriarch of Giraffe House and really sort of helped us develop us into who we are now.
And it's holiday time, but it's quite popular throughout the year. But it's nice when it's a nice day and people.
It is. You'd be amazed, even when it's pouring down with rain, we will still have people come to visit Giraffe House because everyone just wants to see giraffes. We have such a wide selection. We have a variety of birds and all sorts of weird and wonderful animals. We have giraffe, we have springbok, we have eland, we have even wildebeest and zebra. So we have everything that you would normally find in the African wild, so to speak. And that is because we want people to get interested in the wildlife that we have specifically here. And we also have a lot of interesting animals. So for example, we have a porcupine here who is the second largest rodent in the whole world and the largest rodent in the entirety of Africa. We also have a lot of our nationals as well. So we have our national bird, who's the blue crane, and we also have our national animal, the springbok. So that's what we mean by every animal needs to have a significance. There needs to be a reason why it's here.
You have a love for animals, all kind of animals, for reptiles as well. You do a reptile show. That's quite unique.
I do. It's not just a reptile show, it's a creepy crawly show. So we don't just specialize in reptiles, we also have a few other things, some things with many legs, some things with no legs, and some things in between.
And after the show, people can they can bring their picnic basket, but there's also a nice banana fontaine,
Yes.
you could call it, something to eat and something to drink as well.
Yes, as long as people remember no alcohol is allowed on the premises, you are more than welcome to bring your own goods in and to set up, have a picnic. And a lot of people will come in the morning and only leave again once we're closing. It is. We have a very unique biodiversity. Even within South Africa itself, our biodiversity is truly one of a kind because of the fynbos and everything like that. So that is why Cape Town is such a hot spot, so to speak, for tourists and even for scholars who come here and learn more.
This is probably your happy place, and you're here with Cookie.
Yes.
That's not a name that will probably be given to all snakes.
No, but it's unique to him because A, he looks like a chocolate chip cookie, and B, he's absolutely as sweet as cookies. You'll never meet a more just sweet snake.
Do you find in your shows educating the people about there's perception that snakes can just be dangerous for you?
Definitely. I mean, the amount of times I've pulled out even our smaller snakes we do during the show, and people are screaming and trying to get away, and not just kids, but adults as well. And at the end of the show, I can get some of those people to come up and to meet Cookie or one of our other ambassadors and to actually touch them and to see that yes, you should definitely be cautious of snakes, but you don't have to be so frightened of them because they're just living animals, and as long as we don't interfere with them, they're not going to interfere with you. And I mean, snakes are only after two things, and that's food and warmth. And we are far too big for snakes to eat, so they're not going to eat us. They just want to go into your house to be warm because that's where it's warm.
Besides the snakes, also crocodiles.
Yes, so we have 4 crocodiles at our facility. We have 3 larger ones, and then we have the youngster of the group who is Frikkie, and he is only 2 years old.
And I suppose no shows with crocodiles, that will be
No.
tricky.
No, so we don't really want to work with our crocs. Some of them are too big, and that would take a larger team to hold them. And I mean, Frikkie just enjoys sunbathing. That's what he decides to do all day.
So besides seeing Frikkie, people can actually get quite close. You've got a few shows as well that you do.
We do. So we do our Creepy Crawly show on school holidays, public holidays, as well as weekends. And that we do 3 times a day at 11, 1 and 3 o'clock.
And in that show, it's quite personal as well. People can get fairly close to the animals. They
Yes.
can actually touch the snakes as well.
Yes. Well, right at the end, people will have the opportunity to touch our biggest snakes that we have at the facility, so our Burmese python. They have the opportunity to do that because we want people to stop being scared of snakes for no reason, and it's a very good learning exposure for kids as well. But that's part of the fun, is to help kids actually understand these animals on a level that they also understand. Try and make it more of a personal experience to actually connect with these people and allow these people to connect with the animals that we have here.
Welkom terug by Kaap vol Hoop en ons kuier verder by Giraffe House Wildlife Awareness Center. En Bianca Roustreed stel my voor aan die kameelperd Pretzels en vertel waar haar liefde vir diere vandaan kom.
Have always just absolutely adored animals. There wasn't a specific moment in my life where I just realized that I love animals. I have always.
Yeah.
I was always that person when we used to go on holiday to go to the animal places and ask where they came from and ask all the difficult questions and everything like that. That's just always been who I am.
Quite gentle, surprisingly gentle.
Yeah, they're known as gentle giants.
Yeah.
They're very sweet, him especially. So they all have their own personalities. They each have their things that they like and don't like. And Pretzel, excuse you, is just a handsome, gentle sweetheart. You're welcome to give him a grape.
And born in captivity, I understand.
Yes, yeah. So he was a surprise baby born here, our very first giraffe child that we had born here, and he is turning 2 years old in the 28th of August.
Yeah.
We're all very excited.
That's the name, Giraffe House.
Yes.
So proud to have quite a few of them.
Yes, so we have 9 giraffes now in total. So we have Hicks in our big camps, and then we have Pretzel, who's by himself at the moment, and then we have Jerry, who's just over there. She's the giraffe that started it all.
Okay.
And we are hoping eventually to integrate pretzel and jerry together to have some good bonding.
Okay, that's maybe just for everybody watching in Namibia. When they come by here, they can definitely stop. I know there's some animals in Namibia as well, but this is unique. You can get so close with him.
Yeah, pretzel doesn't believe in personal space. Yeah. So we are definitely a unique facility because our focus is actually education as well. Yeah, do you want some more grapes? Our main focus is educating people of the African wildlife. There's so many places that focus on exotic animals and getting people excited about those types of animals, but we really have such a rich biodiversity right here on our doorstep, and that's really what we are trying to get people to get passionate about. So that's why during the weeks and during the school terms, we actually have schools come here and take part in our educational programs, just so we can get the youngsters also interested in conservation and the wildlife that you find right here.
Yeah. And I didn't know about grapes. Would they love any fruit, or is it just because they're in Cape Town with the grapes?
It's a pretzel thing. None of our other giraffes really have a thing for grapes. It's just pretzel. Like I said, each giraffe has their own personality, so they'll all have favorite fruits, things that they prefer eating, and he has a sweet tooth. Yeah. But it has to specifically be red seedless grapes, nothing else.
Okay, so
yeah, he's very fussy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and maybe just other animals as well. There's a big variety that's here as well.
We have so many. We have giraffe, springbok, wildebeest, zebra, eland. Then we also have lemurs, vervet monkeys. We have a selection of reptiles as well. So some snakes, like Burmese pythons, Cape cobras. We have lemurs, warthogs, crocodiles as well, and meerkats. And we really have quite a wide selection, something for everyone.
Yeah, that's an impressive tongue that is.
Yes, 45 centimeters.
45 centimeters.
45 centimeters.
It's good to know. You lost interest, no more grapes.
No grapes, no love.
Anyway, it's great. Thank you for your time. And
You're very welcome.
Ons te voorreg om hier by Giraffe House te wees en ons al die Namibiërs kan weer kom kuier en ons groet eers met pretzel langs my tot volgende week. Groete uit die Kaap.